Hi guys, Tiffany here. Welcome to my quilting life. Today is Sunday the 20th of 2020. If you are new to my channel, head down that way, hit the subscribe button. Please, because it's free. You don't have to pay for this unless you pay for YouTube stuff. Anyways, yeah, like and share and comment on all my videos if you could. I'm trying to set this up. So Sunday, that's what today is. My 100th. 100.
Yay.
So Sunday episode. It's not like it's really that special. It's just me being happy that I have stuck with something because I have a problem with continuing on. So I have stuck with something. That's it. That's all I got to say about that. Okay. All right, let's see. We got Gwen, we got Kathy, we got Nancy, Brenda, Heather, Jim. Hello, everybody. Welcome. There's 14 of you so far. June, Mary, Jill, Sandra. So, and we got Kitty. Welcome, everybody. So, again, yes, today is the 100th episode of my Sew Sunday. So I've been doing the Sew Sundays for over 2 years now, because there's 52 weeks in a year. Yes. So, and I've missed, there's only like probably 3 Sundays out of all that, maybe 4 Sundays that I completely missed. And that was because I was sick with MS problems or valley fever problems. So I'm doing good to have only missed in 2 years. So, thank you. Janet's here. We got Kim. We got Kathleen, Maverly. We got some congratulations. We got Teresa here. Janice, 100 episodes. Awesome job. We got Michelle. Yes, thank you guys. So I'm proud of myself for sticking around that long. And I didn't even have, I had things I could have done and planned, but I didn't even really plan anything. I really just wanted to hang out with you guys for the 100th episode and do a giveaway. But I'm not going to do that till the almost end of this video. How's that sound? It's like gives everybody a chance to be here and be part of a giveaway. And it's not a big giveaway. It's just a little one. But
yeah, we did a big one on Christmas.
But that's okay. My Christmas giveaway part that I did got given away, and it should have been received by now. Whoever, I forgot who won the Christmas giveaway part, but whoever did win it should have received it by now. Memory. Sorry, I can't remember.
Oh, the one lady who sent her son to North Carolina, that lady, she said, the one from South Africa, she said Penny.
She won a pattern.
Yeah, well, her son already got.
And then another kit went out
North Carolina.
I forgot who the other one went to. Oh my goodness. You guys know who you are.
Did Diane win the quilt?
Yes, Diane won the quilt. Diane won the quilt. The quilts, plural, because there was 2. And then who won the kit?
I don't remember.
Started with a K? No, did it start with a K?
Was that Mary Jane?
Mary Jane won the kit,
Was that
I
her?
think.
I don't remember.
Yeah, I think I got it all. All right, where were we? Everyone's still congratulating. We got Elaine here. Everyone's saying hi. We got Judy, Patty. All right, well, welcome everyone. Like always, I'm going to pass this over to Scott, and he can, we got Joyce here. He can read comments. I'm just going to sew some of my Cleopatra blocks. If you don't know and you haven't seen, this is a Cleopatra block right here.
They're pretty.
They're very nice. My stack is this big. I was going to stop and just put these together, but I did, I want to use up the rest of my fat quarter bundle as much as I possibly can. So while we're here chit-chatting,
Sonia says
I am going to, I'm going to start sewing more
hi. Carol says hi. Hi, everyone.
Hello, everybody that is joining the 100th episode, which will still be fun. Just not as fun as if I would have planned some kind of awesome project for us to do, but maybe we'll do that for 200 episodes.
You just finished all these other
I'm trying to finish things. I'm trying to get stuff
your
done.
Memory quilt, so,
So, yeah. I am going to start sewing my Cleo blocks. So what I need to do is like totally...
Bonnie says hi, honey.
Hello. I totally need to take one of each piece and stick it on a corresponding... That's an I, so that would go there. Is a C, so that's going to go
Michelle says you're awesome and it is okay.
This is a J, so that's going to go there. I'm totally like putting the colors I planned out in their corresponding spots so that I can put it together.
You sharing your time is a great gift.
E.
Well, why is the piece of wood there? Because it's in the camera.
Is it really? Oh,
Yeah.
I thought it was just going to hold the broken stand. Another stand broke.
Is
so...
it there to hold it?
No, just take it down. If it's blocking the screen, then just move it.
Part of it.
Put that there. As long as it stays straight, that's all I care about. I'm going to put this up here.
I still can't see your things, but
This
now we don't
right
have a piece of
here.
wood in a way.
And this right here.
Okay, Jill said thank you for sharing your time. Janet said, oh shoot, picture keeps freezing, but voice is good.
I'm sorry about that. I don't know what to do. My end should be good.
Mario was watching the no binding video. He says hi.
Hello. No binding video. Getting that done and watched and out of the way. All right. So my Cleo pieces are right here. How far can you see? How far? Here?
The edge of the thingy.
This?
Yes, that's all you can see.
Well, I have my
Do you
Cleo
want me to go
blocks.
down farther with it?
We're going to try to do this without breaking it. So hold on 2 seconds.
Okay, you come.
That way you guys can see where. We're going to try not to break my holder anymore. There. Now you can see my Cleo block pieces right there. That should be good. We don't want this to break any more than it already has. So now I need to...
Terry says hi. Hi, Terry.
Hello. This one will be going... Boy, let's move that out of the way. We're going to bring this over towards me. I have these like templates, and if I keep my templates in order, then I can keep my pieces in order. Because I tend to mess all that up. So
I remember when you started the video, you were showing them all your templates.
yep, I showed you guys how to do this in another video. I forgot what it's called. It's probably a random video. All right.
It might have been another Sunday one. It was a while ago.
All right, so one will face this way, and one will go that way. One will go this way.
Linda
one will
says
go
hi.
that way. Hello. One will go this way. One will go...
Hi, Linda.
No, it does not go that way. That's that. That's that. One stays on this side. One goes on this side. Why does that look wrong? It looks so wrong. It always looks wrong, but it's not.
You have the
And this
paper
one
there.
will go this
front of
way.
you.
That one will that way, like that. This one is already over there. This one stays there. This one goes there. This one goes there. This one goes there. Which one is left? This one goes there. And this one goes there. Right? Am I missing something? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1,
You
2,
got right colors there, yes.
I'll figure it out in a second. I'm just going to start putting it together.
You got it all right there.
I haven't done it. Putting it together, and I had to change hello to black thread so that this. Oops, I will have to have a smaller stitch length.
No, Mary, we messaged her, but we haven't heard from her yet to give her the quilts.
I
She asked
messaged her
about the
that
lady
they're
in the
finished.
quilts.
So we'll see when I get a message. She's probably busy or working or something. I don't know. Slight curves. That's all I have going on here.
Jill, thank everyone for joining their 100th So Sunday. 100.
How many of you even knew today was my 100th So Sunday episode? Did anybody know that just by the fact that you watch my videos and see my playlists and stuff?
Mario says happy 100.
Yes. Definitely a feat. I have done something. I have accomplished 100 of
Kim
these.
knew it. Kim says I did.
Up towards the black. I'm using the portable iron today, so that way I could make sure I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing.
Do you want me to iron for you?
No.
Okay.
And this one hooks to this. Trying to pay attention to what I'm doing here.
Gwen says I know because you told us last week.
Yeah, I did tell a lot of you that were on that video.
Beverly says happy 100th Sunday video. Sorry. Linda says hello. Hello, Linda.
Hello, everybody that is coming in and joining. I probably should be looking at the camera more.
Jill said you mentioned it. That's why my reminder.
Right,
That was my reminder.
This.
Bonnie is working on a quilt for her great-grandbaby. Is a
Ooh.
disappearing 9-patch.
That's fun.
Hi, Mary Jane. Mary Jane said hi and happy 100 video. Mary Jane, did you get your package?
Yes. Did everybody get their packages that were supposed to get packages?
Jill asked, does it feel like 100, Tiff?
You know what? No, it does not. It feels like Sundays have been even longer than 100.
Oh, nope, she said not yet. You should have gotten it, but sorry.
Don't ask me what's going on with postal.
We're not going to talk about that. They're quite busy this year.
I'm going to hook this. No, yes. I forgot which way I sewed this for a second.
Joyce said happy 100. Jim said hi. Let's see, where are we at?
All right, there we go.
Bonnie says I was looking back at some stuff you did a while ago. It was a lot of triangles. It was really great.
Some long videos probably back then. I mean, not long, like long, but they're horrible quality.
Cindy says hi. Hi, Cindy.
Hello.
Patty says, not until I caught your earlier antics. I'm trying using Minky on a quilt back in honor of you and your 100th Sunday. Wish me luck.
Awesome. All right. I think that went like that. We'll see. I should look in the book, but like totally am not.
Nancy didn't know it was your 100th video until this popped up. She watched last week but can't remember that far back, she says. Linda's working on a Granny Squares quilt. The Cleo fan is going to be very pretty.
Hopefully.
Betty says hi. Hi, Betty.
Trying to... I think that other one sewed that first. I'm not sure. Not sure.
Nancy also says she drinks pickle juice to help with hand cramps when she's hand quilting, and it helps. So
Really? Pickle juice?
we have pickles. So
I
you
use
got
pickle juice. I use pickle juice for hiccups because it helps alleviate hiccups,
Yes, especially with little ones.
especially with babies. I had a parent once say, "What the heck did you give my kid pickle juice for?" Because the hiccups went away. It's like, okay. These are curved seams that I'm working with for anybody that's curious. No idea what I am doing. I'm gonna have to look again because I think I just did this wrong, but it's okay. It's a good thing I have a book.
It's a good thing I have a book.
Oh, it was G, F, and then H together. Why does it feel like it didn't sit right?
Brenda says, good evening. Good evening, Brenda. Barbara says, hello. And I am so excited that you have 100 videos. You know, the SCW.
Yep, there's 100. Just for So Sunday, though. There's like 500 total videos. I don't know, somewhere in that range of numbers.
You have a lot of total ones.
Yeah, in total I have a lot of videos.
This past month we've done pretty much one a day.
Yeah. Totally making sure.
Hey, Robin. Robin says
Hello. Totally making sure. Ooh, look at my points.
Betty says this is the first time I've caught you.
Who says?
And Betty
Hello,
Mercer
Betty.
says this is the first time I've caught you live in some time. Always watch the next day, if not the same day.
That's great. Glad you could make it today.
Becca's back. She says, I still have not started quilting that quilt.
Becca, what are you doing? Get to work. So
Maybe
what
she's
is
busy?
I know.
Maybe Becca's busy.
She doesn't feel good today. You feeling better than you did earlier, Becca?
Mario says live is so much fun.
All right, that looks good to me.
Becca says apparently nothing. You asked her what she's doing today. Apparently nothing.
That's okay. I'm here to entertain today. All right, so there is a half of a block.
With the 100 Sunday. We should have made a big 100 sign to put behind you or something. The teddy bear to hold back there.
Yeah. Coulda, shoulda, but did not. And I have a sneeze forming inside of my nose. And it's starting to irritate the top by my eye. Let's sniffle it away.
Nancy says, I love meeting at Tiffany's. Great way to spend Sundays. Heather says, thank you for the Frankenpiecing video. I didn't catch that live, but watched when I got home.
Awesome.
Feeling some better. Just
That's
took
good.
her nightly meds, hoping she'll get some energy.
Good, good, good.
She's going to get a poster board and a Sharpie.
Yeah. So tell me, everybody. Some of you have already said what you're doing. I want to hear what everybody's doing. While I do my curve.
Have to be called no-so Becca instead of so.
Oh, that's a funny one.
Yeah. You're getting it here, Becca.
Come on. Come on. Get where I want you.
Jill's having problems with her internet. It could be our internet not being the greatest either.
Yeah, I have
Sorry
horrible
about that,
internet.
Jill. Okay, Linda's finished her first Christmas, or just finished her Christmas. Mary Jane is working on her t-shirt quilt.
On that? Down.
Just saying she hates basting. She wants a long arm.
Becca, get in the car, drive for a couple days, and you'll be here. And then you can just use the long arm. Just wear a sweater if you think it's cold.
You guys can do videos together. For you, it won't be cold. You're used to much worse weather out there.
Yeah. For me, it's freezing. For you guys, it's probably like a walk in the park. Actually, it's really nice outside right now, surprisingly. I went outside in my tank top and I felt just fine.
Kim is rocking in the recliner, having some tea. Carol's still working on her Cleos. Elaine is watching The Sound of Music.
At least I'm not the only one working on the Cleo blocks. I'm like so behind. Why does this look like it does not fit?
Becca says, literally, basting quilts. Stop quilting them. Can I get a basting fairy? Brenda says she's still threading yarn hair on another rag doll. Goodness, that sounds like a lot of work there.
That's supposed to be I. Yeah, no. That's
Cindy is sewing batting together. She must be Frankenpiecing.
Oh, that's why. This goes here and that goes there. Oh, you know,
You're having a hard
time. Sometimes my brain just does not work.
You had a brain fart. We all do it.
It's a good thing I didn't start sewing. I looked at it. I pre-cut all this before coming on live stream because none of this was pre-cut. I'm only cut enough for 4 blocks, but
Heather's relaxing. They had her parents over for an early Christmas thing today to eat all the yummy desserts that they baked yesterday.
Sounds yum.
Yes, it does. Sounds very yummy. Mario just had dinner, went for an hour jog. Now he's fiddling around with his stash.
Wow, that's a long jog.
Yeah.
I wish I could go
Making
for
us all
a
feel
jog
lazy now.
that. Yeah, I've been barely working out at night and it's like killing me. If I started jogging, I'd probably have a heart attack.
Yuna's still doing your big star blocks. Going okay too.
That's good. That's a quilt I should get loaded and work on, but I need to buy some 108 first because I used up my whole bolt of 108. And since it's a black quilt, I need black.
Vicky said it would take her 4 days to get here if she drove straight through. Well, we're always here, Vicky.
I'm always here. Never leave.
Betty has been knitting slippers for Christmas presents. Kim says when this is done, she's going to start cleaning. Found out she has family coming. She has family coming for Christmas Eve. Sandra is just relaxing, been getting things done this weekend for Christmas. I won't have time to do anything, so I have to work all week at one of our major retailers this week.
It's a lot of work all week.
Becca says, LOL, drive for a couple days.
Oh, come on, you can do it. I believe you can.
Send one of your government fancy spy planes to just send you out here. You know?
Your CIA spy planes should fly you here.
Yeah. Fly you here, you know?
Unthreaded.
Heather's telling us all the stuff they were making. She's making me hungry here. 4 pies, 6 nut rolls, and 2 cakes. Goodness gracious.
What's a nut roll?
I don't know, but it sounds good.
It's like you just roll up some, crunch up some nuts and make like a something with it. I don't know what.
Becca says,
I probably had one, but
Becca says, girl, after like 2 hours, I'm done in the car.
yeah, that's the same here. And to think I want to travel in the future.
That's not you, that's me. I hate driving. You like it.
I love to drive, but
as long as you're the one driving.
yeah, I drove.
If I'm driving, you can't handle half an hour.
Yeah, well, your driving scares me. Everybody's driving but my own scares me. I can't stand to be in the car with anybody but myself.
Sandra made a batch of fudge with pecans. Nancy says, I've been working on my late husband's t-shirt quilt, started 8 years ago.
Oh, yeah.
LOL. But
That's
hope
a
to
long
finish
time.
next year in 2021. Well, there you go, Nancy. At least you got a goal. It's always good. Got to set goals for ourselves.
My goal is to finish this now, as soon as possible.
Patty's telling Becca she'd be happy to baste her quilts for her. She finds it oddly satisfying. There you go, Becca.
Yeah.
Lisa says, tomorrow Jupiter and Saturn are so close together they appear as one. Happens once every 400 years, really? We might have to look
Wow.
for that.
I like looking at the sky.
Rita's working on a panel quilt.
Panel quilt.
There's definitely some giveaway, but the rest is yummy. Oh, she's talking about all the food she made.
That matches good enough for me.
He says, I'm working on a rag quilt for my son's 44th birthday, made with 3 layers of flannel, 10-inch squares, 8 rows across, 10 rows down. Clipping now. Hard on the wrist and hand. LOL. Linda says, for me, it's 4 hours to Vegas, so less time to your place. Yeah. We're
Where's
not far
Linda
from
at?
Vegas. Linda Griffin?
Yeah, where's she at?
Oh, I don't know. She hasn't said yet. She said later. I'm way behind in the comments. Bernie says, hi, everyone. Hi, Bernie.
Hello.
He says, hope you had a great day.
Trying. See, the last couple blocks that I made of this a while ago, I didn't iron between everything. I just finger pressed and put it all together and then ironed my blocks. So this is...
You have me and you know I'm good at ironing.
This is me actually doing the right thing.
Becca says you guys kill me with the CIA talk.
I know, it's so funny. Hey, I didn't start that though, but...
Then Patty says, spy planes, not too far from Roswell. Beamer out, Scotty.
Funny.
And Vicky says, then come get us. Me.
Oh, is your CIA friend on right now?
Yeah, she is.
Even CJ, Becca, even CJ knows That you're a CIA spy. So funny. Only because I laugh every time you're on and somebody says it now. It's the funniest thing. It gives me the crack ups.
Bernie says to Becca, Secretary Service.
Oh yeah, or she's Secret Service for the president. So new president details, huh? How's that going? No, I'm just kidding. All right, new conversation.
Brenda says, isn't there a train comes your way, Tiff? Yeah.
It comes to Needles.
Sort of.
There's a train station in Needles.
Oh yeah, Secret Service is what Bernie meant to say.
Yeah. All right, so I'm going to lay this here and trim this down to 10, I think 10 inches. Is that what I'm making my blocks, 10 inches?
Nancy says it's on the frame, Scott.
Yep, 10 inches. That's what I'm doing here. 10 inches.
What?
My knee again.
Oh.
I keep doing it.
Be careful.
I'm just going to stand for this part because of my poor knee suffering.
Kitty says, I always say I'd rather ride with myself than anyone I know.
Yeah,
You're talking about driving?
Yeah, I prefer my driving over anybody's. And there are some people in this world that I have driven with that are absolutely killer me. I get such bad anxiety that I just want to scream. My kids scare me when they drive too.
Yeah.
But
Heather says hello from a hot muggy day in Queensland.
hello.
I have just finished playing with my skin and cut machine.
Scan and cut?
Yeah, that's what I said. Scan and cut. I just made gifts for Christmas for all of my family. And now I am in the process of cleaning the house. Well, hello, Heather. Linda says I'm in Claremont, California, right off the 10 freeway.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, you're not far, Linda.
I used to live in Claremont. I used to like going to, water slides. What is that called? Can't think of the name of it. Water slides. I used to go to a water park there. Not in that town directly, but next to it.
Don't look at me. I don't know.
I can't for the life of me think of the name of it.
Becca says, ugh, basting. I still haven't started. Yes, this is me delaying. You're having too much fun talking. It does.
That's okay. I'm just, I know you guys think this is probably a waste of a step, but for me, it's not because of all these seams. I stay stitch around all of my blocks, like 1/8 of an inch.
Becca says, OMG, I am not a CIA spy. Then she goes, LOL.
We know it. We know that you're just screwing around. Everybody was screwing. Funny though. But yeah.
You're a high-paid assassin. We know.
Okay.
Undercover ninja.
So yes, I sew all the way around to stay stitch my blocks, because if I don't and I go to yank on these as I'm moving them around and showing them, because you know that just is how it works around here, I tend to end up opening seams, and I don't want any of my seams to open. I want my blocks to stay together. So they're just getting a stay stitch all the way around. Oh my god, that's almost the same. Okay, no, it's not. All right, let's put another one together. Now,
Because it's become a joke around our group.
yes.
And she says presidential detail for every president ever.
Yep.
Linda Griffin says, cool, man.
Yep.
Brenda Foley says, double agent girl. So the secret music symbols, and she says double agent.
Okay. So I'm just grabbing all my pieces again, laying them here, and then I'll pull them apart and separate them.
Heather says, I'm sorry I came in late, but Tiffany, what design are you making today?
I'm working on my Cleopatra blocks. And this time I'm not going to get them messed up. just gonna go
Becca
in
says
order.
she's the director of the FBI. Did you take over? Oh my.
I work for the Federal Reserve, and you know what? They say, oh, that didn't print properly. Here, take it home and spend it.
Yeah.
All the time. Every time I go to work.
Well, anyway, Mario says, beautiful, Tiff, what you're making there.
I love these. I bought this template set like 4 years ago, and then it sat in a box and sat in the box and sat in a box, and then I didn't even know where I put the box. And when I went through the garage, I gave you guys, I did a video of what's in my garage. Well, it pushed me to continue going through boxes, and now I'm going through them, and I finally found it. I was like, hey, now I can do it, because T did it for, T Quilts, and I was like, well, it's so long, I might as well find my templates, and I don't have, I didn't want to cut from paper templates. I could have printed up paper templates if I didn't find this, and I definitely don't have an AccuQuilt, so I was like, I'll just do my own, and I found it, and look at me. I'm getting pretty far with them. Not as far as I should be, but that's because I keep pushing it aside. I was tempted to not complete with the fat quarters because they're almost gone. Like, seriously, I'm pushing really close. But if I can get, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 more blocks, I think. 12 more sets of 4. That's what I need. 12 more sets of 4.
Patty says, good evening, folks. Hey, beautiful block. Good evening, Patty.
Hello, and thank you.
And Bernie was late too. He asked what you're making, but I'm sure he's heard because you said it.
Cleopatra blocks.
Well, I'm way behind in the thing. So.
I need to get things done. Lisa
says, hey, happy 100.
Thank you. Which way? This one's going to go up.
Nancy says, other people's driving makes me anxious. Yes, that's Tiffany.
Yes. I'm very anxious. I don't know why, it just does. It's nothing against the person. I don't know. I just don't like other people's driving.
Patty says, all my friends take a nap while I drive, and that's even when I'm pulling a horse trailer.
Wow.
Hi,
Scott
Heather.
can sleep when I drive. But then
Heather
Scott can
hi.
sleep anywhere. Hello.
Yeah, that's true. Nita says, I never had anxiety over someone else driving until my husband passed out while driving.
Oh my goodness, yeah, that would be horrible.
Yeah. Oh, Linda says it's Raging Waters is the water
Raging Waters.
you were
That's
talking about.
yes, that's where I used to go all the time when I was a teenager. Like the word could not come to me. That, and then I used to go up into Ventura and go to Six Flags, because that was another one of the places I love to go. And now I can't even go on a roller coaster. Sucks.
And Harry says you're a good sport to Becca. Becca's talking about them all adopting each other.
Right.
Bernie says beautiful. Carol says pretty. Sanders says love the colors.
Me too. I wish there was more purples involved, but
Becca says, hey, she's laughing so hard. Well, that's good. Glad you're enjoying this.
notice I'm doing this all finger pressed, and then I'll press with the iron. I think that helps me stay in order better is when I finger press.
Kim tells Becca that she's already adopted you, so she could adopt her too. Mary says, my daughter's a little scary when she drives, and she's 23.
I think all teenagers are scary when I drive. All young people.
We still on? Okay.
Oh, did that start doing it?
Yeah, this thing's dead. Becca says, I'm apparently immortal and have tons of jobs, so I can have multiple moms too.
Yeah.
Heather says, thank you, Tiffany, for the great idea. I will have to sew around my blocks too, as I'm always opening seams by accident.
Yeah, I tend, only for stuff like this that has lots of seams, is when I do a stay stitch all the way around, and also quilts with pieced borders. If it has a pieced border, I always stay around the quilt. If it's not a pieced border, then I usually just load it on the long arm and go. But pieced borders tend to, the hanging off of the quilt frame, because I float my tops, that hanging down just yanks on them and opens them. And yeah, so, and then this, because I'm always lifting up and showing or moving them around or just everything that I'm doing with these blocks. Constantly moving them around and showing them off as I go, or laying them out again because I decided I wanted to lay them out differently. I figured if I have a stay stitch, then all that movement will keep them together, which is good.
Becca says, ugh, basting, blah.
Are you just staring at it, Becca?
Nancy says, other people's driving me until after my husband passed, and there are only 3 I trust to drive me now. I think Becca is just staring at it.
Sounds like she's just staring at it.
Kay says, hi, Tiff, happy 100th. Hi, Kay.
Hello.
Jill says, I'm a nervous passenger. Hi, Suburban. Suburban says, hi, y'all.
Hello. Come on.
Tony says hi to everyone. Hi, Tony. I like her little face thing. That's pretty cool. A lion with flowers and whatever. Heather says I have 6 years before I have to worry about a kid driving. Hi, June.
It
June
goes
says
by
hi.
fast.
Yes, it does.
It goes by very fast.
Okay, where are we at? Said hi to June. Hi, June. Gwen says it's cool, so cool to see so many people who watch the same lives as I do.
Yep.
Yeah, we're one big happy quilting family, huh?
Yes, we are.
We got Becca to make us laugh, who's still staring at her basting, probably.
Stay where I had you. Yes, I just like stitched and then took it off because my seam isn't where I want it to be. There we go.
Vicky says I got row 9 done out of 16. Good job, Vicky. She's moving. Do you want me to do anything over here?
No, I'm good.
Okay. I'm finally getting caught up on the things, so you can talk now.
Did it match? No, it did not.
Bonnie says my
Even
kids
after
don't
all
like
that.
my driving, but my mom tells them that I am a good driver. Brenda's asking Becca how she bastes. How do you baste?
I used to be a horrible driver. Well, not horrible. I was a safe, good driver. I just drove fast. So now I don't drive fast because I just don't. But I used to drive like I was in the Indy 500 because that's just what I like to do. I mean, I told you guys about my motorcycle years. I
Yes.
spent a lot of years on a motorcycle, so fast is my thing. Not anymore. Now I drive speed limit, slow, normal. I've adapted. How's that sound?
Becca says, I keep saying, okay, let's go get the quilt and baste it. And I get up, find something else that needs to be done, and then sit back down. I want to quilt. I just love basting.
Oh, that's better, I guess.
Suburban says, the first time mine pulled out of the driveway was the scariest day of my life. Talking about our kids.
I wasn't scared when my kids drove. I was scared to be in the car while they're learning. So Scott was the teacher.
None of them liked your teaching either.
They don't
to
like
be
my
honest.
teaching because I'm so anxious. I'm like, no, stop, slow, put your signal on.
You freak them out.
I scare them. Scott just lets them do their thing.
I'm actually a little calmer with them.
Why is that sticking out so funny? Need some steam? Okay.
Well, you're welcome, Vicky. We're all here to encourage each other.
We are all here to sew, honestly.
Becca answers Brenda when Brenda asks how she bastes. Becca's answer is, I don't. That's the problem.
That's a good one.
That is. Becca's our comedy relief here tonight.
Yes.
Nancy says, I quit smoking November 24th. Congratulations, Nancy, before surgery.
Congratulations. I have not quit smoking.
And, well, let's finish. And now she doesn't have that to calm her nerves while the other people are driving. That's you.
I don't smoke in the
You don't
car.
smoke while driving, but we
or
have to
while
pull over
driving.
for you to smoke at times.
But yeah, on long trips, we pull over or we stop at rest stops. But obviously not just smoking is the stopping. I have to pee all the time. obviously I know how to pee on the side of the road, but it's better to just go to the bathroom in a normal place so that way,
Yeah.
you know, just
I don't want you
because.
peeing on the side of the road.
But yeah, I do pull over to use the restroom often when I'm driving, so that gives me a chance to smoke while I'm stopped.
Becca says, but seriously, she based with safety pins. And going down and down and Bernie asked her what's so bad about it. She says, I don't know, I hate it. Finding a place to get all the layers assembled sucks toes.
Does your table, isn't your new Martelli table, Becca, isn't that like super flat? Can't you lay the quilt over that? Jean True Love has a video of the table basting.
Well, Joe hasn't heard about Triana and Sasha. She says, I haven't seen them in a while.
Oh, that, for those that haven't or don't know, the girls aren't here anymore with us hanging out on a daily basis. Unfortunately, I don't have nothing else to say on that. They're just not here anymore.
We wish they were. Very much so.
Their parents had a tiff, get it? A tiff, which is a fit. And I think the daddy made the decision. I'm not sure. Not honestly sure. We don't know the whole thing. But that's okay.
June says, if I'm not quilting, I pin base. Pin based.
I spray based when I do my projects. I think it's easier than pinning, honestly. I tried pinning a bazillion times, but I seem to always have more puckers and folds when quilting when I pin based, you know, and then sometimes I accidentally run over pins, you know, because that happens too.
Mario quit smoking September 12th, 1980, 40 years ago. Go Mario. Boy says I quit on the 6th. Jim's messing with Becca. He says you better get at it before no-so sticks.
Oh, Jim's got a new nickname for you that's gonna stay.
Yep, and Becca says, OMG, Jim Bennett, LOL, you just threw the gauntlet down like that, huh? Oh, no. Jim says, yep. Nancy says, I quit after 56 years just with Nicorette lozenges. Good job.
That's what I need, something like that instead of, because I can't have a patch.
He says, I still smoke me bad. That is bad, Vicky. But then again, Tiff smokes too, so.
Yeah. It's my anxiety relief. I don't drink alcohol. I don't party. I don't do anything. I have no other problems. No alcohol, no drugs, no partying, no anything, so.
Tony says, nothing wrong with speeding. I still ride motorcycles and drive a Charger. Well, there you go. We would still ride our motorcycles, but Tiff with her MS, her hands, she has a hard time holding. So once she sold hers, then I was told I had to sell mine.
You didn't have to.
I was told the same day that yours sold that.
It was making me jealous.
I was told. Kathy says I quit smoking April 26, 2018 after 42 years. Good job, Kathy.
All right, press all these now.
So Becca says, oh, look at you, Tiff, solving my problems. Okay, so now I just got to get the energy together to do it.
Do you have spray-based? Spray stuff? Is that what you're going to do? Or are you going to do the table thing?
Brenda says I based on my wall, much easier.
Yep, I've seen lots of people do that one too. Which way did I have that finger pressed? I don't know. I guess it doesn't matter.
Mary says I quit in March of 1987 after watching her friend die of epilepsy.
Wow, that's got to be a weird way to get you to quit smoking.
Becca says, blah, how about I quilt some of the small things to middle away at the pile? Straight line stitching for tonight.
Hey, whatever floats your boat.
Something is better than nothing, Becca. There you go.
Get her done.
It's Christmas. Yep, just get her done. June says it's been over a year that I quit and I still want one, but I don't go get any.
Well, then be glad I don't smoke in front of you guys. There's only, what, 3 videos in all of my videos that I've actually had a cigarette while on video, but not like on video. Like, I don't really show my face.
Kim says, there you go, Becca.
Okay, something happened here. Look at this. If I line this up, look at how far away that point is.
Yeah.
What happened here?
Heather says, I pin small project and spray-based big ones.
Oh,
Jim's telling Becca that it works for him. So
Maybe
she's doing something.
I did have it on there like that. Why is it not matching? I don't know. But
Lisa asks, has anyone tried basting powder? Have you ever heard of that, Tiffany?
Yeah, and then ironing it. I've heard of it. I'm not ever going to buy it, though, because it seems expensive. But I saw it online before. Yes, I've seen it. Never tried it, though. So I can't give you an idea of what it's like.
Heather lost us for a while, but she's back. She says her hubby has to stop every time they go anywhere for a few hours because of having problems going to the bathroom.
Yeah, that's me. Stop it.
Patty's teasing Becca. She says, I think it's no-based, Becca.
You're getting it tonight, Becca.
Vicky says, me either, Tiff, but I'm not sure what we were talking about because I'm pretty far behind on the
I
comments
have no
again.
idea.
I'm behind again.
I forget quick too. Sorry
Once
about
they
that.
start getting on a roll, there's too many. I can't keep up because I'd interrupt you too much.
You can interrupt because you're reading, which is good.
Joanne Powell says, hi all. I quit after 40 years this August using a vapor thing. Hi, Joanne.
I can't vape. That's another thing I can't do. So I can't do the patches because I'm allergic. I can't, I could do the pill again, the Chantix,
But you were in
but
bed 20
I
hours
was
a day.
in bed 20 hours a day. So
I told her I'd rather have a wife that smokes than have no wife at all. She was literally in bed 20 to 22 hours a day. She got up for just 2 to 4 hours, and then she was back in bed.
yeah,
It was crazy.
So I'm not going to do that. And then
You're welcome, Kathy.
the gum gets stuck at my teeth, so I don't like that. And what else was there? There was more different ones. Different ways to quit. Oh, and vape burns my throat really bad.
June says I can't spray based. Joanne says it's called Boo Poo. What a funny name. I think she's talking about the vapor stuff.
Or maybe the spray. What is it called?
Voopoo?
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure because I'm very far behind.
Lots of steam. Lots of steam.
I don't know. Becca says she's pin batting a small wall quilt.
That works.
It's better than nothing. Bernie says he's used the powder and he doesn't think it's very good.
She. Bernie is a she.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, Bernie.
You know, I hate when that happens, when the iron shoots nastiness out.
Yeah, that is kind of gross. Heather says, I wish my hubby would stop smoking. He tried twice with help from the doctor, but he started up again.
There's also antidepressants that work. Wellbutrin is what my recent doctor told me to get.
But you haven't
to
tried it yet, so
help
we
me.
don't know if it does much.
quit, but who knows?
Jody says it's going to be such a beautiful block, Tiffany. Well, thank you, Jody.
This will be a beautiful quilt, period. I'm definitely glad I decided to keep going.
Joanne has her fans on because it's 36 degrees Celsius in Townsville, not sure, and no AC. So I take it that's hot.
I don't know the
Yeah, I don't
conversion
know
of
that.
Celsius and Fahrenheit.
I don't know it either. I think she means in Queensland, Australia, I believe.
Okay,
Not sure.
so number 2 almost
Nita says
done.
I quit smoking in 1996. Good job, Nita. Get tip to quit. Bonnie says I quit about 3 years ago, cold turkey. There you go. over at her daughter's, getting ready to head home. Catch you when she gets back home, if you're still on. Tiff?
Okay. There's going to be a giveaway at the end.
Yep, there's going to be a giveaway at the end, Linda, if you can make it. Jill says, poor Becca.
All right.
Heather makes her
One
husband
more
smoke
press.
outside because he's killing her.
Oh
Yep.
yeah, I smoke outside, but I've smoked outside always. And then there's people that I know that smoke indoors, and they're like, "Why are you going outside?" I'm like, "Because I smoke outside. I'm just used to it. I don't like." And most people that know me know this. I actually don't like the smoke when you're indoors and smoking. How it just like suffocates you in your face. Like, I'm not that kind of I need to smell smoke smoker. I'm just smoke it and go back in. That's me. And yeah, so
Tony?
here's the next one that I just did.
Whoa, that's nice.
I like this one.
Still on? Okay. Tony says, I had to give up my bike years ago due to medical, and my husband's knee went bad. They bought a trike. So our neighbors did. They got a trike.
He told me to ride it. I was like, I don't want to feel like an old man. I'm not riding this crap. I'll just give up motorcycles. It's no big deal.
Becca says, y'all aren't afraid of my particular set of skills needed for the 15 different jobs you've each given me. You're high tech, Becca. You're high speed. Low drag. Joanne says, hi, y'all. Hi, Joanne.
Goes there.
Mary says, get this,
Oh,
smoked
yeah.
outside because the dog was allergic to it.
That's interesting.
That's
I've never heard of a
different.
dog being allergic, but then I don't have a dog, so I would never know.
Kim's telling Becca, she says, you're talented, girlfriend.
She is.
Her, well, no, she's saying her 15 different jobs that we all
yeah.
keep teasing her about. The running joke is just, it's running.
Yeah, it's going.
Mario said, try Chantix, it's miraculous. I think it was long
That
before
was-
we talked about you being in bed all day.
Yeah.
Like I said,
didn't work for me.
I'm far behind. Terry asked Teresa how her fur baby is.
How is
Heather says,
Will,
Voopoo
everyone?
is a vape product. She says, Google is my friend. Yeah, she was talking about the vape thing. Voopoo. Mary says, I used Nicorette gum at first. There weren't patches in 1987. Really? I didn't know that.
The things we learned.
Oh, Joanne wants to know what you're making. She came in.
I
late.
am working on my Cleopatra blocks because I'm so behind on getting this stuff done.
Oh, she's making a soldier linen bag for her friend's husband, who's a soldier and gets deployed a few times a year.
That's kind of cool.
I think she's talking about Chantix tablets here too. She says I used a patch on Lozenger, then just the Lozenger, and now nothing. Good job, June. Auntie Ann says I'm late to the party.
That's just hoping you all stick around because there'll be. It's not much of a giveaway, but there's a giveaway today on this video only. It'll be while I'm live, and that's it. On the replay, it will not be available. It'll just be see who won.
Vicky's grandson wants to come stay a while. They live in Wisconsin, and she's in Michigan.
That's cool.
I said sure they can. Well, that's nice. They're both cold. Both cold.
You can see once these are all cut out, by the way, if you guys are paying attention, once these Cleopatra blocks are cut out and you start sewing, it goes together pretty quick.
Joanne says it's an Anzac Pictures linen bag. You know what that is?
Nope, I have no idea.
Okay. June says Celsius to Fahrenheit is roughly times 2, then add 30.
Interesting, and I don't do math, so.
So I think I would have made that over 100.
Oy, oy, oy. Really?
Well, we get up to 120.
Yes, we do.
Hi, Linda. Linda says hi.
Hello.
Oh, Nancy's also allergic to the patches, and vaping did the thing for her, and Chantix made her sick, same as you. If it wasn't for the surgery, she'd still be smoking. They tried Wellbutrin for her, but she was allergic.
See, I'm kind of worried about that too because I'm allergic to Klonopin and clonazepam, and Wellbutrin is almost of the same. It's the same class of drug, you know. So I'm I'm not really sure how it would go if I tried those, but
Kim says purdy, purdy. Gwen says purdy. Heather says until a few years ago, we had no air conditioner either, and boy, it was very hot, even outside. I invested in some of the lounge, bedroom, and sewing room. And some for the lounge, bedroom, and sewing room. Joyce says that's pretty. June says pretty block. Beverly says pretty. Heather says hubby was chewing, not using it all the time. My dad used the gum. It didn't help for me. My dad also went and got hypnotized and didn't work for him either.
yeah, I'm not going to go that far. When I'm ready to quit, I will quit.
Lisa said I used Wellbutrin and it was great. Quit for 12 years. Need to quit. Allergic to the patch. Terrified to vape. So Becca says I have no energy. We feel you, darling.
I'll give you some. I'll give you all some. Blah, 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 blah. Did it go through the screen?
She just got over being sick, so we
know.
feel you. It's okay. Do what you can. Take your time. Oh, Bernie asks, how big will this quilt be? Do you know?
Not big. It'll be small. It's going to be a small quilt.
Joanne says, oh, nice. Cleopatra blocks. Sounds nice, and colors look fantastic together, Tiff.
Oh yes, these
Yes.
are. This was definitely a great choice. I just wish there would have been more purple in this fat quarter bundle.
Tiff is very good when it comes to color coordination. Something
The
I
fat
had
quarter bundle
no
came in
idea
this
of.
color coordination, so technically I didn't have to choose nothing. I just chose the bundle. That's what I love about pre-cuts. It's already chose for me.
Suburban asks, how did the auction go? My internet crapped out shortly after you started.
You mean when I sold all my quilts?
You're talking about our D-stash a week or so ago? I'm not sure if that's what she's talking about. Joanne says, yes, our weather's tropical, like Hawaii. Hi, Sue-Ann. Sue-Ann says hi. She says, I'm finally here.
Hello. How many people are here?
Jill asks, are you making Christmas burritos this year, Tiffy? It's
Yes, enchiladas. I
And
am
yes,
making
she is.
enchiladas. Enchiladas is my Christmas thing. And this year it'll be me and Scott, Cyrus and his dad Justin, who you guys have met before.
You have 64
then
people on.
It'll be my son Damon and his girlfriend Gabby.
Yeah, it's a small one. We
A
normally have
small
a lot
one
more.
this year, so I'm not making as many, but I am going to make enough to where there is leftovers because they are just amazing the next day as they are the first.
Hello, Sue-Ann. I think we said hi to her, right? I'm not sure, but anyway, that's in around where I'm at. You have 64 people watching. You did now, I think it's 67. Heather says, I had a part of a vape device puncture my tire once. Ran over it in the middle of the road. Annoying.
That's crazy.
June asks, how many pieces in the bundle?
It was 20, I think. It was a 20-piece fat quarter bundle. And it's not findable anymore either. It's called Along the Reef by blah, 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 blah. Trust me, or else I would have bought some. But I can't even find the fabric line.
June says, I was told not to vape, and I haven't. But I had pneumonia, so she was very sick, and then she hasn't been that sick, and so glad.
My worry with my valley fever is those kind of things, vaping, and was able to, I mean.
Kitty says, my brother-in-law cut a straw the size of a cigarette, and when he wanted one, he'd reach for the straw. He said it helped holding and putting the straw in his mouth. And some people do the lollipops.
I suck on lollipops now, too.
My dad did that one, thinking that would help. It didn't work for him either.
Look at this. My bobbin thread and my top thread have tied themselves into a knot. Is that weird or is that weird? Literally, it's a knot. The bobbin and the top thread. Can you believe that? That is some crazy, crazy weirdness that has never happened before. Ever. I have to re-sew this seam because it decided not to sew properly.
Nancy said when I was on Wellbutrin, it caused neurological problems, and they thought I had MS. I don't think that would be a good option for you, Tiff. Try the lozenges.
Because I already have MS.
Yes.
It would not be nice to have something else.
Suzanne says, I love enchiladas. She's drooling.
Oh yeah, that's, you know, I can make it more than once a year, but we can only use our oven in the winter time. So unfortunately, enchiladas is a winter time only thing. But it's a very messy thing to make, but it's so amazing.
Cindy will be home alone on Christmas due to quarantine. That's sad. Sorry, Cindy.
Sucks for all of you that
We're not doing much. We went 100% Grinch this year. We're not doing much. Other than the cooking, we aren't doing anything. We didn't put up one light, one ornament, one tree. We didn't wrap one present.
Nope. And
Since
one
we didn't
kid,
have our, since we don't have the little ones for the first time in 5 years, we didn't do anything. We went full on Grinch.
and two kids already got their Christmas present, and then one still has, two of them will have something to open, but that's if they even come by. I'm not sure.
Mario said the threads are making babies. It says I did the straw trick when I quit smoking. I guess that works for something. Joanne says, Tiffany, are you selling the Cleopatra block I could buy? I searched it, never saw it before, but wow, it's stunning.
You mean, what do you mean? Am I selling it?
I don't
Am
know.
I gonna the quilt when it's done?
I guess. I don't know.
It may already have been spoken for right away. It depends on how big it ends up. If it doesn't end up as big as, I don't think it's going to end up that big, but the high hopes are that it ends up big enough because somebody already is trying to claim it.
Someone says, God bless Cindy. He's with you. Yes, he is. Heather asked, Tiff, can you still get the pre-cuts of Along the Reef? But I didn't see any yardage in my search.
Pre-cuts along there. Who is it by? I totally forgot. It's somewhere right here. I kept the packaging because I really wanted to find it again. I stuck it right here, I think.
Sandra says I make red Mexican pozole. Not sure what that is, but I probably would eat it. I eat anything. Jim says no tree here either, but we'll cook dinner. Suburban says we're not doing anything for Christmas. I'm writing my son a check and I'm done. Yep, that's what our kids get. We give them money. No wrapping, no nothing.
I stuck it somewhere. I always say I don't know where something went. I have this big, huge disaster. I've been throwing things.
So man says I love decorating. I have a Christmas tree and everything out. Beautiful. Normally we do some decorating, but we got kind of depressed this year, so we went Grinch.
Amanda
And
or
bah humbug.
I don't know who the lady's name was anymore. I forgot. It's like Amanda or something. Starts with an A, I think. I guess those are the things I do forget quilting related. I could remember when I put something together, but I just cannot remember for the life of me the name of that fabric line. But then I also really don't pay attention to the names of fabric lines and designers.
Heather says I read her thing wrong. She wasn't asking you to inform me. She was telling you that you can still get the pre-cuts of Along the Reef.
Oh.
But she didn't see any yardage in her search.
Okay.
Sorry. Sometimes I confuse my own self and get tongue-tied. I'm good at that. Kim has an antique tree up, and they're having chili and garlic bread Christmas Eve. That sounds different. I would like that.
Okay.
I wouldn't mind seeing an antique Christmas tree too.
I showed you Kim's tree. She sent me a picture, remember?
No, I don't. I do not remember that at all.
I'll have to show you.
Mario says, I made my tree on December 1st. Lights on the windows. Love it. Thank you for correcting me, Heather. Kathy says, Christmas is my favorite time of year. I do the tree and decorations and, of course, all the presents. Oh, yay. Who can forget about all the Christmas music? Honestly, I haven't heard that much Christmas music this year compared to other years.
That's because we don't listen to the radio.
Well, no, when I'm driving in the car, I do. Well, normally, most years, the whole month of December, I can't find anything but Christmas music. But this year, I haven't heard any, to be honest. Jim says, just doesn't seem like Christmas when everyone is isolating and can't be together. Yeah, I hear you there, Jim.
Okay, I need to fix this because that's just not cool.
Samantha says, I love Christmas music, and we do cookies and banana bread and fudge too. Banana bread sounds good. All of it sounds good, but...
Let's see if that fixes it.
Oh, Sandra says it's a soup with hominy and pork. Okay, that's what our neighbors make. That's what they give us, the pizzoli, whatever.
Yeah.
We get some of that a lot from our neighbors 2 houses down. They make a lot of that.
And tamales.
And tamales, yes. Every year at Christmas we get tamales from them, and we love them for it.
All right.
Says it's fine. Let's see. Vicky says
Good.
my kids and grandkids are coming for dinner. The only time I get to see them all, they all work. Yep, it's the way of the world. At least they are working. That's a good thing.
Yeah, my son works Christmas and so does his girlfriend, but they're coming after they both get off of work. So
Mario says on the 24th we watch It's a Wonderful Life, and they have meat pie and fruitcake. Interesting. Nancy says I didn't put my tree up due to surgery and doesn't feel like Christmas. There's only me, but I love decorating. Kim says she'll send another picture for me. Thank you, Kim. So Ann says, love Christmas lights. So many good lights in my neighborhood.
yeah, there's a lot of people that have.
Well, normally we used to go out and drive around and look at the lights, but not this year. That's normally what we do. We go down under
Humbug
the
all
bridge.
year. This whole thing, humbug everything.
Our town has the London Bridge in it. You know, that's one of the things our town is famous for. And yes, they decorate like crazy down there under that. Normally we go down there and we take videos and everything of it, but not this year.
Oh, are you kidding me? I'm having a problem with
We
this
went
block.
full on
This block
humbug.
is not happy with me. I don't know how that happened. I got a crease on it. That's the weirdest thing.
Oh my, Gwen says my husband got ill and died during the holiday season, so I haven't had much interest in decorating for years. Sometimes I do and sometimes I don't. Goodness, sorry to hear.
That's how it was for my kids when their daddy died, because he died on the 14th in 06, and they could care less about Christmas. It was the weirdest thing.
Yeah, right. We used to do big time Christmas.
When they were little.
Okay.
I'm talking
well,
about when their dad died.
You're
in
saying
06.
you're saying they could care less as in now still. We used
No,
to do big
I'm
time
talking about
Christmas.
then.
Okay. That's different.
I have no idea what happened with this block, but it's not happy with me.
Suburban says I can't go near my mother. I made her sick. I'd never get over it. She's got serious medical issues and is terminally ill, including and not limited to missing half a lung and heart failure. Goodness gracious. That's a lot. Linda says, Tiff, once the grandkids start popping out, you'll be up for Christmas again. Our granddaughters decorate our house with us.
Well, all of my kids have informed me that one doesn't want to have kids at all. She said, nope, not happening. The other's not ready yet. And
Sandra says,
CJ's too young to have kids.
yes, must have tamales. Then Sue Ann says, tamales are freaking amazing. Yes, they are.
And they make,
I tell our neighbors every
fruit
year I will
tamales,
pay
too.
them to make them for us, but they just give us all their leftovers. They give us fruit ones. They give us all kinds of
which I had
different
never
ones.
had until they started bringing us tamales. I had never had a fruit tamale before.
Teresa says I put pine tree branches in my hanging baskets out on the deck, then ran the lights all around them and the railing. Looks really pretty.
It's cool.
Vicky says my mom and dad passed a year apart. Jim says that's our issue, Suburban. A lot of health issues, not worth the risk. Linda says sounds pretty.
Okay.
Oh, Denise says hello from Northern Illinois. Hi, Denise.
He's trying to keep up with the comments, guys. He's trying. While I'm here,
She wants to know what you're working on. Tell us all what we're working on.
I am working on my Cleopatra blocks, and this block has totally gotten discombobulated. It needs surgery. So I'm opening it up.
And so I asked if you can show a close-up of how to piece that diamond. Can you show a close-up of how to piece that diamond?
It's not a diamond, but I can show up close up how to piece the whole entire block after I'm done ripping this block and I piece the next. Because this one is not happy. This one, this
Not
one went on
happy.
strike. Says, no, I'm not going to look nice for you.
Jim
So-
says my grandpa passed on Christmas Eve day a few years back. Christmas Eve day a few years back.
Okay.
Sandra says the sweet tamales are great with coffee. We're not coffee people, but I like tamales.
Okay, we're going to give
Bernie's
this
never
lots
had
of
a tamale.
steam.
Oh my goodness, Bernie, you're missing out.
Yes.
Hi, Diana. Diana says Guten Abend, Scott. I believe that means good day.
Yes. I have no idea what's happening with this wonderful block here, but I'm going to give it lots of steam. I'm going to press it into submission, and then I'm going to attempt to sew it again.
Sandra says Sea Ripper song time.
All right.
Goodness, Gwen said her husband died January 3rd, her dad December 28th, and her younger brother in the middle of December. My.
It's crazy.
So Ann says it looks hard, so that's what she wants to see. Should I
Okay.
bring the camera in
Not
closer?
yet.
Okay.
Not until I get to the next block. This one is a disaster. And I'm trying to find out why. So I'm just going to make a mess of it, hope it stays, and we're just going to...
Well, I can move the camera and zoom in and do whatever if
You're
you
gonna
need.
have to wait because I'm doing this first.
I know. I said if you need, I'm here. Throwing it out there. Terry says I like sweet tamales but love meat tamales. That's us. We like the meat tamales better, but I still eat everything.
Yeah, Scott's what one neighbor calls the human garbage disposal.
Well, all his friends know me as that. When his friends, he apparently talks about me to his friends too, and his friends know me as that. So Ann says, Tiff, still liking the cordless iron?
Yes. Yes. I still like it. Still use it.
Bernie says it was the mating threads.
I don't know what was happening.
The mating threads.
Yeah, because they got stuck
I
and
know.
messed up everything.
I don't know.
So this block is kind of cruddy, but that's
It
okay.
looks good. That is not cruddy. Stop. You're so harsh on yourself, especially today.
I'm harsh on myself all the time.
Brenda has never had a tamale either. Boy, you guys need to come out here
Look at
and
that. It's not
eat some of
matching,
our
and
neighbors'
I am
tamales or
not-
something.
I am not taking this apart again. You can see here that it does not match. But I'm going to trim this down to 10 inches, and it's still going in my pile of it's going to go on the quilt because I could care less now. Even though I mess with my own head by saying I hate things, but I still end up finishing the things that I do.
Lisa says, Tiff, did I see you did a tutorial on the New York Beauty?
I have not done a tutorial on New York Beauty. I'd have to actually get I have a book, but it doesn't have templates. It just shows all the different styles that you can do for the New York Beauty. I'm gonna have to get some paper to do that. Paper piece pattern.
Swan says, I'll ask for one for Christmas. We shall see what Santa brought me. And she says, I saw your Panasonic and I was sold.
Yeah, it's very
Talking
nice.
back about your iron.
It's a nice iron.
Nancy says, I love tamales. I used to get some great ones in Chicago. Mario says, I dream of making a New York Beauty. Okay, so for those of us that have no idea what you're talking about, what is a New York Beauty, Tiff?
It is a quilt
Well,
that
I figured
they
that.
put together with scraps. There's a book over there. Just sit over there and look. There's a book that says New York Beauty something or other.
I will look.
Come on.
Heather says, I got a Rob Zombie movie trilogy for Christmas this year.
That's pretty cool. Alright, so I just stay stitched around the whole entire thing. And I'm not happy with the way it comes together, but oh well. And then we'll bring the camera close for the last block. So there's this one again. It doesn't match here, but I really don't care. It's done and it's out of my hair. It's done and it's out of my hair. All right, so let me.
Jim says use Pinterest for the pattern. I think he's talking about the New York Beauty.
My neighbor will love me then if I go over there to print off
Yeah.
tons of papers. Hold on 2 seconds. Let's see, right?
Auntie Ann says today may have been a good day to do a simple block. Maybe there's a bad quilt energy in the air today. Kathy says it's time to go eat dinner. Merry Christmas, everyone. Thank you for the wonderful live. Tiffany, be safe for everyone and have a great week, all. See you later, Kathy. Have a Merry Christmas.
After,
Nancy says if I did a New York Beauty, it would be paper pieced.
yeah, that's the way I would do mine. I think after the live, I'll show Scott because I'm
It's okay, you can show me
giving you a
later.
quick scan through and I'm not finding it.
Mario says it's gorgeous. I think he's talking about your block. Beverly says beautiful block, love the colors. Rand says it looks great. Bernie says if my blocks look that good, I would never complain. Beautiful.
All right, we're
Bernie
gonna.
says I love the colors that you have, Tiffany. And Linda's back. She's back home. Okay, Linda, we haven't done the drawing yet. Or done the giveaways. We're not doing a drawing, but Tiff will explain that when we get there.
We're just gonna take the camera over there because this is. All right, you guys are gonna be disconnected from the camera and the speaker, and we're gonna have to be very careful because my mount is yet another broken mount. So we're gonna start by laying it out.
Cindy's piecing batting together for 2 king-size quilts. Goodness.
Come on. For some reason, it won't unzoom now.
Terry says I thought New York Beauty was always paper pieced. No?
Yeah, it is, but you could also scrap piece it together. I don't remember what the name of it was, but I saw a video on it a long, long time ago. There we go. Finally, is it unzoomed? Good. All right, here we go. So here's the last of my blocks. So here are my templates right here. As you can see, these are my templates. It goes, take it back more. Where are we? We have A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, and J. This is just half. So when you cut them out, you are cutting 2 pieces of the same way. So when I cut this I piece out, just so you could see, I cut them both out at the same exact time by just moving the template on my fabric to get the most of it. So both pieces, the mirror images, were at exactly the same time. So we're just going to lay these over here so that I can.
Jim says he saw Sandy from Poor Man's Sewing do one not paper piece.
The New York Beauty.
Yeah. Yeah, we haven't heard from Sandy in a while. I wonder how she's doing. From Poor
Probably
Man's
good.
Sewing.
Brandon was on a couple lives ago.
Yeah, I know. I remember.
All right, so here's all my pieces. Now, this is just the one side of them, okay? So if I take this out of there, there's 1. If I take the bottom and turn it, there's 2. Take the bottom out and turn it. Take the bottom out and turn it to create like this.
Superbin's after the stray cats, I think. It says caught one I was after. No kittens from this kitten.
And one more. What is that? So there is both my mirror image of pieces. I don't know why it's not focusing and it's freezing.
Our internet is not good.
It didn't like me moving. It keeps freezing.
It's constantly frozen on here. I'm amazed I'm still getting the comments.
Okay.
Terry says I'll have to check it out.
All right. So here's my mirror images. Okay. Now we're going to sew these 2 together. Stay. It keeps freezing. I don't know what's going on here. These 2 will get sewn together. Then these 2. And then that.
Lita asks, do they need to be mirrored pieces?
Yes. That's the only way this is going to work. 3, or these two, and I'll show you how.
So Ann says, so cool.
So let's come over here. You guys are going to be loud
Nita
on
says, you
this.
just answered my question.
You guys are on the machine. Right here.
This says,
All
that
right.
paper piece of New York Beauty seems gutsy. Poor man must be awesome.
Here's A and B. So I'm going to sew A and B together by, you can see that there's a notch here and down here at the bottom. There's a notch.
Auntie Ann says that's a gorgeous block pattern, way above
So
my skill level.
we're going to put this right sides together right here.
This says mine too, Auntie Ann. You guys can do it. Don't be scared.
And then we're going to start stitching, holding it down, and then I just turn it like this. Oops. And I line up that notch on that side with this side right here, and then I pull back. I don't pin any of these because they're very, very, very shallow curves.
Oh, Suburban says, yes, I'm weird. I
So
track
there's-
feral cats and get them fixed, trying to do my part to control unwanted pet population. Well, that's good.
There's A and B together, so I'm going to just stick that out of the way, and then I'm going to take C and D, and I'm going to hook C and D together. So I'm just going to put C on top of D, and then I'm going to line it up right here, take a couple stitches, and then I'm going to take this flat part and line that flat part up with the side right here of the flat side. Oops, come on, come on. So I just use my finger, and sew it, and then press it, and that's what it looks like. So those two are together. It creates a nice straight line. And now I'm going to grab E and hook E on top of C and D. So again, I'm just going to take my flat side and line it up with the flush flat side of this right here, just like that. And I'm using my foot that has the guide on it purposely to keep everything nice. That way I don't have to use pins. And then I just
a good cat woman.
hook the end like that, making sure that they're both aligned. And I just let it do the curve on its own. And then I press the seam, and then I have a nice straight piece right here. So I'm going to lay that out of the way.
Beverly says that block is for advanced quilters, Tiff.
No, it is not. It's definitely not. This is simple, simple, simple. It looks advanced, but it's really not. So again, all we're doing is hooking these notches up with opposite sides. So this notch goes up here on this flat right there. Then that means the bottom notch goes on the flat of this side right here. So I just line that flat up. Just trying to not block the camera at the same time. So, but I also want my seams to line up. And the machine will take the seam nice and flat all on its own. So those two are together. And now I'm going to take F and G and hook these two together. Again, hooking it to my flat side right here.
That does the same thing as Suburban feral cats. And Bernie did that too a few years back with their neighbors' cats.
I'm glad all we have is one wild cat in our neighborhood.
Yeah, she's a pain.
She's a
too.
pain, yes. She likes to mess with my thumper at the door. He's fixed, but he's not ever been around other cats, so she comes up to the glass door and he can see her, and he goes so super crazy hyper. Okay, these ones I just walk through, lining them up like this until I get close to the end, and then
it's just what I meant to
these
do.
two
Thanks,
ends line up, and then I press this up and away, so that way this is open and creates one nice end. So I'll put that out of the way. I'm going to press these real quick so that you can see. Oops. Press it nice and flat. So I'm not at the sewing machine, but I'm pressing them nice and flat real quick. Because I want to hook the
Bernie asks, how do you
F,
keep them
G, and
from
H.
stretching?
Because the, okay, here, we'll bring a template up here. Can you see the template? When you cut out on these templates, there's a line here. This goes on the straight grain, and the rest of these are all cut with bias. So this keeps it from stretching. If you cut these templates out with the grain, so you can see that line, If you cut out what the grain, like the arrows say, then that's what keeps it from stretching. So again, I'm going to stick, what numbers are the letters are these? On mine is different. So F, G, and H is going on top of I and J. And I'm just going to walk these through because this will meet right here at my end. Yes, very. And then I'm going to finger press. Actually, I'm just going to press. Just going to leave you guys right there. You saw me pressing this whole time, so you pretty much know how that works. All right, so here's these pieces, and then I'm going to press the other ones.
Oh, son, Sandra asked, where did you get your templates?
Hold on. Right here, it's a template set. Right here. Cleopatra's Fan template set. Easy to use by Charlene Jorgensen. Cleopatra's Fan. And it comes with the templates. You can get it on Amazon, eBay, you name it. It is as seen on PBS. See that? All right.
Yeah, I think that lady used to be on PBS a lot. I never watched her. I always watched Painter Guy. Bob Ross.
Yep.
I think she used to be on there too. Sandra says thanks.
All right, so now I'm going to hook A and B to C, D, and E. Again, if you can look and see, there's a notch at this end and there's a notch at this end. So here's a flat up here and here's a flat down here. As soon as I put these right sides together, that notch up there lines up with the notch up there. And you guys can't see the bottom notch just yet, but you will in a second. I'll take a couple stitches and then align the bottom notch and then hold it straight. And for my seams to nest right here, I'm just going to peel it back about 1/4 of an inch like this. And look, oh, you can't even see. I'm peeling it.
Suzanne says, ah.
Sorry, it's really hard to film right here in this little section. So I'm going to peel it back and look, and that's where I want my seam to land. Can you see? So I'm just going to hold it down. Sew down. When I open it, it should land where I wanted it. See? It's not perfect by no means, but and then before I leave this area, so there's a notch here and a notch down at the bottom. So this next two, can you see in the camera still, will go like this. So I'm just going to lift this up and align this notch up here. And then I'm going to find my 1/4 inch where these two match. And then I'm going to come down to this next one and look where these two will line up. About right there.
Very talented, isn't
and
she?
Then come down here and align that bottom notch. Stuff like this with templates, they usually, so you can see, it nested nicely right there. This one's just a tad bit off, but it's pretty good for my, pretty goodness. When they come with templates like this and they have little cutouts and all that fancy stuff, it definitely makes it so easy to do. All right, so I'm going to leave this where it goes right here, and we're going to start piecing the next side.
Yep, so
So again,
was always on PBS. She does beautiful quilts.
I'm just going to line
That
this
could be you someday, Tiff.
on PBS. Yeah, no, that's never going to happen.
Oh, come on, that'd be awesome. I like PBS.
That's not going to happen. So I'm just sewing from where this point comes here to where this point comes here. I literally am sewing from the line point to the point. So that way when I open it like this, it's a nice straight piece on both sides.
Whoa, Mario says he saw them for $133 for those templates on Amazon in Canada.
Oh my goodness, yeah,
We didn't pay that much.
we didn't pay. That was like, it was $34.99 or something like that. That's all I paid for this.
We're not in Canada, but still, our money's not that terribly different, I don't believe.
Hell, I used to have a bunch of Canadian quarters that were always passed as quarters, so it's got to be the same, right?
I think it's close.
All right, so those two are together. Now I'm going to add the E piece on top of D. I'm going to line up those two pieces and I'm going to start stitching at this point. It makes it so easy. The directions are easy to follow in the book. It even tells you what to cut your strips at if you're just using 3 colors, or I'm using 5 colors in total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5 colored. The book tells you to do, you could do 3 colors, 4 colors, however many colors you want to do. That's all on you and your preference.
Sandra asked Tiff, is that a 1/4 foot you have?
Yes,
on
that is
on it?
that is built on 1 foot. So that way all of my seams are always a 1/4 inch. I prefer this foot, but I do have to take it off when I'm piecing on the diagonal and stuff. So this one's just for making sure that my blocks come out perfect.
There you go, Mario. Mario found it for 43 bucks on Amazon in the US.
Yep, it's not much. So all I'm doing is lining up notches. That's all this is.
Mario
Notch
says he
to
has that
notch.
foot also and loves it.
Yes, this is it comes with the Jukey, or you can buy it separately if it didn't come with it. Mine came with it. Some people pin these. I don't even bother because I don't see the need. If you can see what I'm doing here, you can see how fast it goes with or without pins. So again, I'm going to hook these two together, but instead of sewing it on that side, I'm going to flip it over and sew from this side. So I'm going to line this up. Oops, come on, get on there. Right there. Put it under. Take a couple stitches, and then this longer one is the one I walk through. I just walk it through. It's such a small curve that it just goes together really nicely.
I think she means the foot.
Yes, my foot came with my Jukey when I got it. And then I press it, and I'm going to press all these pieces real quick, and sew F, G, and H to I and J real quick.
Is this going to be the last one?
Yep, this is the last block, and then we can do the giveaway,
Yep,
which will be
6:30.
nice fun.
After 6:30 we'll do the giveaway. Gonna make some onion rings.
Yep, and then we can eat. Alright, so I'm going to put my 2 pieces together right here. So this H, F, G, and H, and then I and J are going to get thrown together. Again, I'm going to piece them like so. These are right here. I can either come down like this on this one and do concave on the bottom, convex on the top, or however you want to do it.
Joyce found them for $33 on Amazon. Yep,
yeah, it's going to be...
You can find some cheap ones.
It's going to be around that price. Just make sure it has the templates in it, because sometimes you might end up just finding the book only.
Oh yeah, you wouldn't want that.
You don't want just,
templates.
you need the templates to go with it. So make sure it's got the templates in the set. All right, so those are together. I'm going to press that real quick.
Diane says, I love those templates.
Yes. All right, so now I'm going to sew A and B to C, D, and E. Again, I have a notch up here and a notch down there. It makes it so easy to line that notch up here with the notch down there.
Hello, B. Cross. It said I was trying to find that foot online and it's going for $50-something.
For the Jukey foot? Really? That's crazy.
Yeah.
Let me come down a little. Right there.
I love this. This will be a very pretty quilt.
All right, open it up. It's not totally matching, but guess what? I don't care, because it's good enough for me, and I'm not really being perfect on this quilt, because...
Yes, man, that does seem high. $50 seems high.
I don't even know how many blocks I'm going to even end up getting. I might even have just make 2 wall hangings or something with what I get. I don't know. I'm not really decided completely. We'll see what happens with however many I'm able to make from all this. So I just check about a 1/4 inch away. And this is the last block. Ooh, those look nice.
The
All right.
Cross says a foot pedal is $140. Goodness gracious.
For replacement parts for the TL 2010Q, huh?
Just buy a whole new one.
I don't know, that's $800, the cheapest my mom found for this. All right, so now I'm gonna take the 2 sides. Here's the 2 halves. And I froze again. There we go. My 2 halves.
In American is $1.28 in Canadian.
So my 2 halves here, I'm going to halves together now. So I'm just going to put right sides together. I'm going to start at the top. So I'm going to line my top up here. Just line those 2 edges, stick them under, take a couple stitches and leave it. Then I'm going to seam right here. So I'm going to finger press this up so that they are nesting. One's going down, one's going up, because I don't think to press them that way in advance. I'm going to come down to it and leave my stitching or my needle down in that stitching. And then I'm going to come down to the next seam and I'm going to align those real quick.
$1.28 is $1.
All right, so
American. I'm
here at this one now, so I'm going to align this seam right here onto this seam right here. And I'm just going to finger nest those together. And I'm going to stop in that seam. Then I'm going to come down here at the bottom, align that up, then peel this back, and look, I'm going to take my finger, they should line right up, and then push this seam up and out of the way, like that, so on down.
It's so pretty.
So that way, when you open it,
for my Tula pink fabric.
There's a nested seam there, those match, and those should match, but they're not as close as I would like. So let's take this over and press it.
Bernie
and
says,
trim it.
Thank you for showing us. So Ann says, love Tula pink fabric.
Okay, I don't need my templates, so I'm going to move those out of the way. I'm going to bring this over here, and I'm just going to go ahead and press this. It doesn't matter which way you press it. You can press it open, you can press it to the side. I really could care less.
That would be cross that I bought my Jukey TL 2010Q used and was missing some parts.
Oh, gosh, that sucks.
Yeah.
I'm going to check the back real quick, and yep, it's folded the way I wanted. So I'm just going to give it lots of seam. Then we're going to move this out of the way.
Right.
Just like this. I'm going to lay my block right here. Can you see right there really good? Right there. I'm going to lay the block right here. I'm going to take this cross diagonal line. I'm going to start with the side that's right here so I can straighten it, because this is what I'm doing with mine. I'm going to line that diagonal line up with the diagonal line on the block, just like this.
Nancy says that's so pretty.
All I'm going to do is shave this side and then turn it, because there's plenty of room on the black side if I have to make it smaller. So I just shaved that off, and then I'm going to turn it around to the black. Line up my 10-inch on both sides. I could have gone like 10 1/4 on a lot of these, but 10 inches seemed to be the best number for every single block. So here we are on my 10 inches. My 45-degree line is still touching. Just going to hold this down and pull that away. And now I have a 10-inch block. And now all I have to do is stay stitch around the edge. So we're just going to put you guys right back here again, temporarily, 2 seconds, so that I can stay stitch around the whole entire thing.
June says so pretty.
And I just like kind of like go way off the edge. It's like 1/8 of an inch of a seam. No, not seam, 1/8 of an inch of a stitch. Just holding it down. Just holding it down really nicely. And there we have it.
Sandra asked, do you starch the fabric before you cut it out?
Nope. You can. You should. I'm not. I don't do anything like you're supposed to. You guys know that. I get lazy. I've been starching the blocks after the fact. So after I'm done, I starch them.
Suanne says beautiful.
Which, there's nothing wrong with doing it after the fact, so.
Mario says, asks, can you use this short seam on all blocks?
What short seam?
I don't know. Can you use this short seam on all blocks?
I have no idea what that means. So what I'm going to do is give you guys a little bit of a, hopefully this don't break off the holder.
Jim says, awesome block for your 100th Sew Sunday. Oh, he says, stay steam. Can you use the stay steam on all the block?
We're just going to stick 4 of these together so you can see.
Can you use the stay steam?
Stay stitch on all 4 blocks when I'm done. Is that what you're saying?
Stay seam.
I have no idea.
Oh, still don't know? Okay.
No. So that's what 4 would look like together.
Denise says, pretty block, love the colors. Suanne agrees with Jim. It's an awesome block.
And notice
Beverly says,
all of
beautiful
my
blocks.
greens on the outer side are different ones. So that's what it'll look like when they're together.
Lisa says, wow, your fabric choices make the block.
Yeah. Plus using 5 different colors instead, like switching every single one.
Mario says, the stitch you did around the blocks.
The stay stitch, you can do it on anything. If you don't want any of your seams to fall apart, you can do it on anything, anytime, anywhere. I tend to have a habit of having to pick them up and move them around and go, oh, I like this better. I like that better. So I stay stitch them because I'm constantly lifting them and I don't want these seams to come apart.
Bernie says, oh my beautiful. Jim says, looks great together. Sandra says, beautiful. Heather sent you a bunch of hearts.
So
Edith
that's
says, love it.
that's what
Stan says,
I'm
wow.
doing. So let's go back over to the stand for the next.
Is it time?
We're going to leave you right there for a second. I'm going to plug you back in. Hopes that we don't break or drop anything. It wants to move, and I hate that because it's broken. So that's what I'm doing with my Clio
Denise
blocks.
says, I like that layout.
There we go. Is that there? Up. Perfect. Okay.
Mario says, stay stitch, stay stitch, stay stitch.
Pay attention.
Said it 3 times.
Don't read them out loud. All right. So I just got to remember that these 4 I just did, so they need some.
Okay, I'm good.
So, all right. There's that. So
Nancy
now I
asks,
have
how long have you been quilting?
for 5 years this coming year. Like, it's been 5 years, but it's not like I wasn't doing anything big 5 years ago, if that makes any sense. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
Suanne
10,
says, super cool.
11, 12, 13, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So I'm at 20 so far. And if I can't get what I want, then I'll stop. This is the scraps from this too. So just know that these are very scrappy projects. Very scrappy.
Nancy
There's
says,
so
you
many
are
scraps
fantastic.
left. All right, I'm gonna pick up all these.
Papers.
Yes, I want my paper right here.
Okay.
So we're gonna do a giveaway.
What are your freebies?
Yep, give me a second to pick all this up.
Oh, I was just asking where they were. Sorry.
We are going to do a giveaway, and it's going to be a fun giveaway. And I know it's not much that I'm giving away, but it's the thought that
Well, we
counts.
just gave a lot away at Christmas.
So
the shipping alone, it kind of costs.
I'm giving away patterns because everybody wants a pattern, right?
Hold on. Heather says, I think you're doing a great job and you're teaching us new things all the time. Thank you.
You're welcome. So we have
Joy says, oh, wow, that's gorgeous.
Country Threads, Full Cart Friends, and it is a pattern to make little people on quilt blocks. Then we have Nana's Pretties, quick and pleasing for the season, and it looks like a table runner, placemats, and reverse napkins. And I'll have Scott come hold them up better because I can't. And then we have seasonal placemats pattern on a quilt as you go. So here's a pattern for that. For those that are beginners and whatever. We got Nana's Pretties Be Grateful, table runner placemat and reversible napkin pattern. And then we have Out on a Limb, Crows in the Kitchen.
Good night, Lisa.
For, it looks like apron, table runner, towels, and extras. So there's 5 patterns, so there'll be 5 winners. I'm gonna have Scott hold them up in front of the camera real quick one more time, just for like a second each. And then I'll explain what we're gonna do. Okay, that's good enough.
I was trying to get the whole thing in there. When I'm this close, it's kind of hard to get the whole thing in.
Stop licking, kitty.
Okay.
I'm gonna throw something in.
CJ, come brush your brother. It's freezing. Hold on.
All right. Let's hope that this internet stays good. Am I not frozen? All right, so
Shirley says good evening.
hello. So this is going to be fun. This is going to be different than I've ever done.
Cindy said
'Cause
very cute. Very
this
cute.
is what we're gonna do.
Amazing blocks. 5 years. Geesh, I've been quilting 20 years and haven't tried those. She is talented.
All right.
Awesome, awesome giveaway. Good night.
Everybody ready to hear what we're doing here?
Yep, I think.
All right. We are going to play trivia game to win. A trivia game. So I will hold up one of these. If you want to win this one, then you would answer the trivia question that I will read out. So what I am going to do.
Do you need a pen and paper to write down minutes? We're just going to write it on the question thing.
You can just write it right here on a piece of paper. Here we go. Little papers.
Oh, good.
For the winners, and you can just put it on this. So I'm going to hold up one of these, and I'm going to ask a question. And they are multiple choice question answers to the question. Multiple choice. If you want to win that specific thing, the first person to answer the multiple choice question of said pattern being held up. They're going to be a little bit weird. They're multiple choice questions.
They're all related to
Do not-
sort of quilting.
Do not answer the question until I'm done reading all of the possible answers. Does that make any sense? So if I
Yeah, don't be the kid that says A before she reads B, C, and D, and E,
Yes.
and all that.
don't
whatever.
be the one to answer before I finish reading it. That way, by the time I'm done reading it, everyone can mentally visualize it and go, oh, this is the answer when I say I'm done reading it. So, and I'm going to attempt to read this very clearly and very slowly. So hopefully you guys can hear me super good.
Yes, it will be
Okay.
the first person that shows up on our feed.
Yeah. And let me make sure that this feed is right there.
For those of you who are Canadians, we're going to try and ship to you too, so you can play.
Yeah.
And anyone else?
I
know we
just
have some
read, I
Australians.
gotta tell you right now, anybody can enter this. I don't care where you live.
We're
But
gonna try.
we just read that some countries aren't even taking certain size envelopes because of COVID. So I'm not sure if you win from another country,
We'll do our best.
we'll do our best to send it to you, okay? But if they're not taking specific envelopes, the thing
We
had a
normally
list
don't
of
ship out of
countries.
country, but these are little, so we will try.
Yeah, so you guys ready to play some trivia? It's
Yep, let's go.
quilting related trivia.
Let's go.
All
I'm
right.
ready. I'm ready to write down names.
Here we go. First question. If you want to win this Out on the Limb pattern, first question is, what is generally accepted lifespan of cotton fabric in years? What is the generally accepted lifespan of cotton fabric in years? 70, 80, 90, or 100 years? What is the generally accepted lifespan of cotton fabric in years? 70,
Okay,
80,
you guys can start
90,
answering.
or 100? Start answering. The first one to have the correct
No
answer.
one's got it yet. 3 people answered. No one got it yet. There's only one more answer. There you go. Terry T got it.
Terry T, you have won this with the correct answer of 100 years is the general accepted length of time that cotton fabric is good for. So all of you guys, supposedly anybody that has anything more than 100 years old, I wouldn't be using it in something if that's the general accepted number.
Terry, send us your address.
Yeah, for those that win, please email me your address so that I know where to send it.
Terry
All right.
says thank you.
For
Okay,
this,
everyone, we're done. We're on to the second one.
moving
Some
on to
people
the
are still-
second one.
Still messaging.
Moving on to number 2. Let's see if it stops yet. Is it stopping yet?
You're good. You're
Okay,
good.
moving
They're just
on to
thanking
number
Terry.
2. To win Nana's Pretties Quick and Pleasin' for the season. And this one you guys are going to love.
Quick and pleasing for the season. Let's go.
To win this one. Here we go. Flower and feed sacks featuring geometric and floral designs did not appear in America until which decade? The 1920s, the 1930s, the 1940s, or the 1950s? Flower and feed sacks featuring geometric or floral designs did not appear in America until which decade?
You guys
The
can start answering.
1920s, the 1930s, the
Okay.
1940s, or the 1950s?
Suzanne got it. She was the first.
1930s. So Suzanne got 1930s.
Suzanne, I cannot pronounce your last name.
He's writing it down.
That's not. We
You guys
need
like
your
this?
address.
Isn't this fun? I had to do some research to have some awesome questions.
You were the first one to get it.
All right. I'm just going in order of how they're stacked in front of me. All right. So to win this one, Folk Heart Friends Country Threads, it's just to, I think it looks like it's just to applique the little characters on here. So if you'd like to win this one, here is the trivia for you.
Well, thank you, Suzanne. I didn't want to ruin your name.
The thimble, a thimble, you know, it goes on your finger. The thimble is thought to have originated in what European country? Ireland, France, Spain, or Holland? The thimble is thought to have originated in what European country? Ireland, France, Spain, or Holland? Go.
Answer. You guys can answer.
The thimble
Okay, Linda
is...
Griffin got it. It was Holland.
Holland is where? And for a little side note, the Dutch are thought to have invented a bell-shaped thimble shield used by tailors and sailors. So that's how Holland invented the thimble. So there is that.
Suburban puts no clue. I like that. No clue. I like that. At least you're being honest. No clue.
All right.
Canadians, Australians, everyone else, you can all enter this too.
Yeah,
if you guys
anybody-
didn't hear, it's open.
We're just not sure what countries it
Our
was, if they'll deny
South
it being
African,
sent to or not.
Australians,
It's the size of a
Canadians,
letter.
Everyone can try.
All right, so we're going to go to this one for the placemats Quilts as you go pattern. It's something simple. It's the pattern, but we're having fun playing. Polyester batting was first marketed in the United States by what company? Polyester batting was first marketed in the United States by what company? Warm, Hobbs, Quilter's Dream, or Stearns and Foster? Polyester batting was first marked in the United States by what company? Warm, Hobbs, Quilter Dream, or Stearns and Foster? Go.
Do they have to say the whole thing?
Well, whatever.
Because technically, well, Patty said Stearns. Does that count?
Yes, it counts.
Okay.
So Patty is the winner
C
then.
got it.
Patty, you are the winner. because technically that counts.
Patty.
I'm
Patty
just
says
giving,
Patty.
instead of giving you guys the A, B, C, or D option, I'm just reading the whole thing. So
Patty C, send us your info. You won that one. And hold on, before you do that, we have to go back and say hi to Peggy Johnson. She's not feeling good, but she just got on. She said she raised up long enough to drink some nasty broth, but wanted to say hi and tell you all I'm still here and I'm really sick.
and it was Peggy, you said?
And I've been listening when I'm not sleeping. Yes, Peggy
Okay.
Johnson.
Well,
Peggy,
get better soon,
thank you
Peggy.
very much,
Thank you for coming
Peggy.
on.
well, thank you for your other thing, Peggy. You're supposed to send us your email or something so we could actually send you a nice thank you. She was the one we were waiting on.
Yeah, okay.
So yes, Peggy, we've been waiting on you to say thank you to you. And we're doing a giveaway, Peggy, so jump in on this one if you're here.
All right. Here's the last one. I know it's late for Thanksgiving, but it's Nana's Pretties Be Grateful. And it's a pattern for a table runner or placemat or reversible napkins. This one's kind of fun. Superstition says you should not quilt at all on what day of the week? Monday, Friday, Saturday, or Sunday? Superstition says you should not quilt at all on what day of the week? Monday,
Okay, Kitty,
Friday,
Kitty got it.
Saturday, or Sunday?
First
Kitty got
person
it?
to answer, Kitty Lawson. Yep, it's a Sunday.
Kitty, it's Sunday. And guess what this channel is all about? Quilting on a Sunday.
Maybe that's why you had so many issues
My
earlier today.
Sew Sunday is all about sewing on a Sunday, and superstition says you shouldn't? Yeah. Uh-huh.
Oh, I think
Yeah.
that was...
That's alignable. And just for fun,
Sorry, Heather. Heather's stuff keeps going out when we ask the question. Sorry, Heather. Heather can't answer.
and just for fun, I threw some more in here just as a like for beginners, you know. True or false?
There's
This
no
is-
giveaway
there's no
here, but we're
giveaway.
just still playing a game.
I'm
so
still having fun.
if you guys want to have fun and play along.
Is it better to machine quilt on the bias first, then the grain last? True or false? Well, the answer is false. It is better to stabilize the quilt on the grain, then quilt on the bias as it stretches. So there's that. And then here's a fun one. Do you guys know this? The selvage runs parallel to what grain in the fabric? The warp or the weft?
What them answer?
I'm gonna see if you guys know this. The selvage runs parallel to what grain in the fabric? The warp or the weft?
Suburban says the warp.
Let's see how many people knew.
June says the warp.
Look at that. We've got some people that know things. So it is the warp, which is the lengthwise of the fabric.
Heather says the warp.
And the weft is the crosswise. So the up and down, and the length is this way. So the bottom. Okay. So it runs on the warp. All right. Here's another one. For newbies that get confused and don't know. Does the bobbin tension vary with the type of thread used? Absolutely yes, or definitely not. What is your answer? Does your bobbin tension vary with the type of thread that you use?
Wendy says
Yes.
yes.
Or no?
Suburban says yes. Kitty says yes.
Okay, good. For all those that said yes or were thinking they didn't know, each time you use a different type of thread, check your tension. Check it in the bobbin.
They're all saying
And
yes.
keep a record for the future. Okay?
Go back to your warp and your weft. Wendy didn't know what you were talking about.
Okay,
Same as me,
so
but then
the
again, I don't,
parallel of the fabric. Where is a piece of fabric with selvage? Right here.
Hmm.
Here is some selvage. You see that? It runs along the whole entire length. So as it's on the bolt right here, it runs lengthwise. That's the warp. Okay. When you have this up and down right here where you can see the grains, the up and down, you can see that. So going up from the selvage is the weft. So it's considered the cross grain because it's crossing the warp. Okay. So that is what that is.
Suburban
Some people
says,
use those terms. Some people don't. I just say the selvage and I say the grain.
Suburban says tension is the bane of my existence, and I'm not talking about quilting. Well, I could tell you how I relieve Tiffy's tension, but This is a family-orientated
Yeah, stay off of it.
program right here.
You crazy man. So congratulations to Terry, Suzanne, Linda, Patty, and Kitty. You guys will all, as long as you send me an email with your address, my email is always in the description of every single video. Send me an email with your address so I know where I am sending this to, and they will go into some envelopes and get sent off into tomorrow's mail if you send me the address tonight. If not, you'll have to wait until the next time we go to the post office.
Yeah, I might try and go tomorrow, but I don't know. Since Christmas is soon here, we shall see.
Yeah.
But
well,
either way, you guys will get them.
I have a doctor's appointment tomorrow for this wonderful thing called a wrist problem that I've been having. So I'm going to the doctor's tomorrow and see what he has to say. You never know. It might not be carpal tunnel. It might be something else. Never know. So yeah. I hope you guys had fun. That was a fun trivia game, huh? I would do lots more, but that was a lot of internet writing down stuff because I can't read from the internet from this while I'm on it. So I wouldn't have been able to read out loud what the questions and answers were.
Wendy says thank you for answering her question. Everyone's
Awesome.
saying it was fun and do it more and thank you.
Well, I thought about that. I thought about trivia question and not just quilting related trivia questions, which would be fun for giveaways instead of numbers and
Mario says he
stuff
enjoyed the
like that.
session. Thanks as well.
Anyways,
hold on. Christine, the Quilt Dasher, asks, which Jukey machine are you using?
I use a Jukey TL 2010Q in here. And then my other is a Brother SQ9285, which you see sometimes, but not all the time.
So, Ann, did you get that? So, Ann just asked the Jukey model number. I'm sure you got it, though.
Yep. It's the SQ or TL 2010Q. I was starting to say that one back there. So yeah, this is my reason for living. I love this thing. Just kidding. Yeah, it's my favorite machine, as you can tell.
Well, Merry Christmas, everyone.
So I will most likely see you all before, during, and after Christmas, obviously. But for those of you who don't use the internet or whatever, Merry Christmas to all of you. Happy holidays to those. Holidays are, but you know, if you celebrate a holiday, it's different Christmas, then happy holidays. I'm glad you guys all got to hang out with me for Sew Sunday today, the 20th of 2020, and this year is almost coming to an end, but my videos are not.
Winners, don't forget to send us your info. Kitty, Patty, Terry, Suzanne, and Linda.
I just said that like 5 seconds ago.
Okay, well, I'm saying it again. Sorry.
Yeah, they can't see your hand right there.
Yeah, they
there
can.
we go.
Yeah, I can see it. They can see it.
Okay.
I'm
Anyways,
saying goodbye.
don't forget to subscribe down that way if you're new. Like my videos, share them with your quilty friends, as well as comment below on the replays if you're. And yeah, I'm glad you guys all got to hang out for my 100th episode of Sew Sunday. Yay! Yay! Woohoo! Woohoo! I know I'm silly, right? All right, I'll see you guys next time I'm on, which is probably tomorrow. Bye.